G'day YouTube. Lego have released the Lego City Summer 2025 sets. I just want to do a quick run through because there's a couple of bangers in here, I've got to say. We'll start off with the budget one, which is the motorbike chase. A nice little starter set, kind of Batmobile-esque bike here. The police are really ramping up what they've got. I'm not really sure how I feel about this bike, to be honest, because it's a bit oversized to... I mean, it is a play set. It is a 4+ set, so it's really good for that. I do like the old little bike piece, though, that they used to use. I thought it was a really good thing. But anyway, you get quite a lot in this set. You get 2 figures, some nice printing on the minifigures as well. I like the outfit. I always like the way they do the bad guy outfits. They're very good. And this little cheeky cap as well. This guy looks a bit unscrupulous. And then the police in their new blue and the kind of emergency yellow, I'm calling it, outfit. And yeah, the usual obligatory $100 bills. I do like this printed tile piece here with the wanted poster on it. I think that's very, very nice. And then you get one of those cash register pieces as well, which is always good to see. That's a nice piece. It's a nice little set. Not bad value either. Next up, we got the police boat. I've got to say, this is a great looking set. The actual boat itself is splendid. Splendid. What a great hull. Like, really, it looks like it means business. And this one floats as well, so you can play with this in the bath if you want. It comes with these 2 massive boat engines, jet engines on here. So this thing's going to really rock it. Here they've caught the bad guy. They're towing his little dinghy. He's sitting on the boat there. One question I do have is, does this roof come off so you can get to the cab? It must do, but they don't show that in any of the photos, unfortunately. And then another little storage area here as well. I'm wondering actually if that's what they're classing as the actual cell. You'd get pretty seasick in there, wouldn't you? And again, get a shark as well, which is good. I think that's a really great set. Loads to do with it. Great looking boat. 2 boats. I think this is a good one. I think that's going to do well. I think this is actually one of my favourite sets from this release. Whoever came up with this idea deserves a raise, in my opinion. You've got this kind of control center where you can change what the vehicle does. So you can have wheels, you can have skis for when you're in the snow, or you can have jet engines, effectively, or propeller engines to turn it into kind of a hover car. If you don't know what I mean. So there's the jet ski, there's the like snowmobile one. Then you've got this one, the flying one. How cool is that? Looks awesome. I love this. Like, kids having a great time playing with that set. I think that's a superb set. I think there's so much to do there. And a pretty good looking police car as well at the end of the day. And you get 4 minifigures, so you can't complain about that one. No bad guys in here, but hey ho, you've got the mechanics and the actual driver and the chief there. So I think the chief's a great looking piece as well. I love this moustache. Next up, we have the emergency ambulance airplane, and there's a few things going on in this that make this a little bit special. I love the shape of the plane. I mean, it's this traditional nose piece, okay, but we've got a couple of new pieces in here. So we've got the steps getting into the plane. We've got the new, I think a new wing piece as well. You've got the emergency yellow with the giant tail done in that colour as well, which is good. You get a little windsock kind of side build here. You've got the stretcher, and then this whole thing opens up to be a kind of command centre medical thing, where you can scan and see how badly this poor person's injured themselves skiing. Pilots in there with the yoke, and yeah, nothing much else to see in there. It doesn't have a cup of coffee. Where's the cup of coffee, Ligger? Come on, you always do that. Sorry, I digress. I think it's a good looking set. It's a great plane. I do hope that front wheel rotates though, because it bugs me when they don't make the front wheel rotate, because they have a piece for it and they have a hole for it, but they don't do it. Why, Lego? Why? Probably my favourite set from this lineup. Bulldozer. Look at that. Smashy smash smash. That's a huge bulldozer. Yeah, it's just massive. Look at the size of it. I love the construction sets that have been coming out in the last few years. Absolutely awesome. And yeah, lots of playability here. You've got the hoe on the back. You've got the thing's so big that a guy can stand on the side of it while it's going. It's huge. It's so stupidly oversized. I love it. The obviously the hoe can come up and the bulldozer can come up there. And you just get a couple of extra pieces to play with too. I think this is great, like really, really good. Huge, but good. I'm guessing they've done what they've done on the last few track sets as well, where there's probably a rubber wheel in the middle that moves around so the tracks actually have some grip and actually move properly. Otherwise they can look a bit stinted. Again, this is another one of my favourites from this. It's generally a really good lineup. They've got some great looking sets. They've really stepped up this season. Tow truck. But you don't just get this like awesome massive tow truck, you also get this really cool side build as well. This truck here, I reckon that could have been its own thing. It's really, really good. Hang on, where is it? There is a picture of it down here. Yeah, I reckon they could have released that as its own set. I don't know why they didn't, to be honest. Because as a result, you've got what is not a cheap set. So $90 US is going to be what, 140, 150 Australian dollars. It's not a cheap set. It is a good set though. You get a lot in here. I mean, there's a lot to do with this truck. It rotates. The arm goes up. It extends, being a crane piece. You've got the arm at the back that goes up and down to actually pick up the vehicle. You've got a winch there. You've got support rigging. You've got the cab lifts up so you can see the engine. This is so much good stuff going on here, and you get 3 minifigures as well. I think it's a good set. I think that's great playability. Love the colour. I think that's, yeah, it's definitely on my winner list. Where do you put the cones? I presume there's a storage spot inside here for the cones as well when you're not, when he's not transporting. Must be somewhere in the back here perhaps. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a really good set. Next up, this takes me back to my childhood. Lego used to do these big kind of play sets in the space theme predominantly. I think they did a couple of other ones as well, but there's like massive vehicles that move around. One thing you can't see very clearly in this as well is there's actually a telescope here. It's just not very clear in that photo because it's white on white, but you can see the size of this thing. And one thing that's not actually clear in those pictures as well that I noticed in down here, when it's actually going over the rocks, the wheels are articulated too. So you've got all that extra motion in there. It's really good. And then the whole interior of this is actually opens up to be a playset, and they have got the very important toilet in there. Good to see. You do need to take a crap while you're in the Arctic, no doubt. They've got the dining area. They've got the sleeping area. They've got a little computer room there. The cab, obviously. Again, no coffee cup. Where's the coffee cup? You need to stay warm in the Arctic. A little outbuild as well. Really like the way they've done the trees on this with the snow. And then a little family of wolves. Isn't that cute? I think this is a really fantastic set. Love the fact. I mean, they've got so many things on here. This is... Lego needs to do more of this, I think. I think that's a really... I think they've got a great recipe there where it's just... It works. It's just... Look at it. It's a big play set. It does lots of things. And it's... You've got a skidoo that works on the back. They don't actually give you a photo with all the minifigures in. It's unusual. But by the looks of it, you get 4 minifigures, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. Unless one of those is a wolf. I think that's a good one. Next up, I was on the fence about this one. Train. Everyone knows I'm a train person. I was on the fence about it, but I actually think I like this set because of the amount of stuff that's in it and the amount of stuff you can do with it. You get obviously this train with the snowplow at the front. I kind of really hoped it was going to be a Snowpiercer kind of build, but it's not. But it would have been good if it was. All in the great orange and blue colours they use. You've got these canopies over the main passenger area here where people are eating or looking at the science lab. You've got the piece on the back here with the vehicle goes on it. You've got someone there with like a snow shooter or something, it looks like. Good set of figures. Oh, you get 2 baby wolves in this one. This looks like the lair for the bad guy. So I'm guessing he's like an explorer or a bad guy. I don't know. I haven't read the description. Can't actually see it. I like the fact there's a rope slide as well between the two parts of the build. And obviously this is so the vehicle can be loaded and unloaded and bits taken on and off the train. And then this rope slide here, and then there's also a play feature where these rocks fall down as well, which they don't actually have a photo of there, but if you look on the box here you can see them falling off, which is pretty cool. Bit of fun. I think there's a lot to do in that set. Now, as for price, I mean, it's the usual 200 American, about 300 Australian dollars. So it's pretty bang on their normal price. You get a lot in there. There's a lot of stuff in that to do. I think that's a good set. And now, this is my least favourite of it. I don't know what this is. Like, it's a train station, obviously, but what is it? It's like the wrong size. It's the wrong shape. It's like they clearly wanted to kind of build a grand station, but couldn't. So they've just put a slice of it in. It kind of reminds me of something out of like Marvel, where like a laser's chopped through a building and you just see half a building, and that's what they've got here. I'm really struggling with it, I've got to be honest. I mean, there's lots of good figures in it. Yes, that works well. You get this little kind of train thing here, but compared to the last train station they released, this is crap. I've got to be honest. Like the train's got to be this long. You can't have a proper train on this. Like the last one, you can actually was the right length for one of the passenger trains. I'm struggling with it. This little vehicle's kind of like really weird size. And the last one, again, you got a decent sized vehicle. I would like to have seen something like the last one, but with this architecture, that would have been great. This strange roof piece here. I mean, if you got like 2 or 3 of these, or 4 or 5 of them, and put them together, I think that would actually become a respectable sized building. But as it is, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Ugh. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts. I mean, I think there's a couple of really good sets here and one dud, unfortunately. But I think the Lego designers have done an awesome job here. They've been put out some quite special stuff here. I think there's a lot of fun to be had here. But let me know in the comments what you think. And if you're new here, please hit subscribe and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you.